strings pull. I see a blood moon rising, crimson stains the night. Crypto markets crashing, profits fade from sight. Traders choke on fear, a seductive, deadly game. Price charts gasp for breath, drowned in crimson shame. Don't trade tonight, it'll rip your soul apart. A blood moon's dark seduction tears the trader's heart. Better set your stops, brace for the plunge. Bitcoin teeters near that 100K lunge. Greed and terror locking a devil's snare. Don't trade tonight, it's a nightmare's glare. A blood moon's rising, shadows cloud the soul. Fears the pulse, the market's lost control. I hear the whales unload, ETFs bleed dry. September's bearish howl echoes a cry. Volatility's a temptress, luring with her sting. Weak hands shatter, hear the chaos ring. Don't trade tonight, it'll crush your fragile dreams. A blood moon's eerie whisper fuels the screams. Better set your stops, brace for the plunge. Bitcoin teeters near that 100K lunge. Greed and terror locking a devil's snare. Don't trade tonight, it's a nightmare's glare. A blood moon's rising, shadows claw the soul. Fears the pulse, the market's lost control. I see the moon bleed red, lunar cycles turn. New moon sparks the hope, blood moon lets it burn. Whispers dare the brave to chase that V rebound. But danger coils tight.
I'm just saying, Habib, she just sounds kind of pessimistic about the whole situation.
Don't trade tonight unless you court the dark. A blood moon's seductive growl ignites the spark. Fear index spikes, all coins groan in pain. Rate cuts loom, NFT's dark refrain. Contrarian smirk, play the fierce cold game. Hold your stack, strike when the panic wanes. Rise from the ashes, defy the night. Better set your stops, brace for the plunge. Bitcoin teeters near that 100K lunge. Greed and terror locking a devil's snare. Don't trade tonight, it's a nightmare's glare. A blood
Alexa,
moon's rising.
skip. Did I do that?
Shadows fall, they creep, they crawl.
This song scares me, hobby.
Underneath the crimson wall.
I feel like I'm at that weird ass nightclub you took me to.
The sky is torn. A world
You mean the one where you met the lady boy you fell in love with? Shut up, hobby. That ain't how that went down. Oh, there's a story to tell, my good friend.
moon rising, rising high.
See, they're not too happy about you, son. They like the song. You saw it song. It freaked me out, hobby. Perhaps it just needed a little cowbell. You know, you're right. Speaking of cowbell, if you need a little uppiness in your life, just give you a little cowbell.
Cold wind bites, it cuts so deep. Whispers echo, we never sleep. Fangs that glisten,
Only here so far. Only here so far.
the night's our kingdom, our turn, our turn. Feel the pulse, feel the beat, hearts that race, incomplete. Blood moon rising, rising.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for tonight's show featuring a featherless and peckerless turkey. Please keep your hands inside the cart at all times. Don't feed the chickens. Don't wink at the bears. Try and turn the lights on. Which button is it? Is it this button, right? Okay. Now I need to turn my mic off. Okay.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Pardon me for a minute while I change the music from what we listened to last night there. Just a little bit. Maybe something, no words for a little while. See how that goes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're looking at Bitcoin hanging around 110,500-ish. I'm on the 2-hour chart. We got a 100 moving average that we kindly bounced off of right there. Still in the middle of that cloud. Still lost that trend line. Still in a bearish predicament overall. 200 moving average is right up here above our heads. Hanging out right around a 111,300-ish. Going down to the 1-hour chart is the 200 moving average. Crazy how that works. Still got a lot of resistance right over here. Right around 111 is really the hour. The price point that I'm looking for, and we got a couple of options. The normal thing that we look at for this, especially knowing that we got some bearish indicators on the bigger time frame, is likely that we would come up there and probably face a bearish retest of this trend line. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm sure a lot of other people will be looking for that. A lot of people will be looking to short that idea. Just based on the information that we just mentioned there, some people will be hoping we do a bear trap and yay, go to the upside, which, you know, could happen. Not exactly what I'm looking for to happen, but what kind of argument can we make real quick about that? Bounce off of 0.5. I mean, you can try it as much as you will. Local fib here. You got your 786. The best, I mean, right over here, 111,385 is the 0.5 Fibonacci from that, and we would have to break that to get bullish. So we got a couple of little areas there that we can look at and hope for and measure up against over the weekend. But it does look like we got a good chance to at least go up there, and that might be a good time to de-risk a little bit on some Bitcoin plays or something like that if you got going on. If we start showing signs that we want to go up and get a little funky and start putting the fuel to the fire, well, then we can take advantage of it. But in most cases, considering what that we are looking at here on the weekly, won't ever fade the weekly MACD. She did cross bearish. It's not been fun the other times that she did. We're fortunate now we got the retest, and this is a proper time to do a little de-risking or to plan some shorts. I'm just telling you, that's just what the charts are saying there. And September is known for being a bad month. Some people are looking for it to be optimistic, and I'm looking for that. Now, altcoins are showing a little bit of a different story, and we're seeing I'm not calling it an altcoin season, but you're seeing an altcoin spring. I don't know if you want to say that. And if we can pull up our total 3 chart, we can look at it over here for one thing. This is what we're tracking. It started forming a more symmetrical pattern here. Some people might be quick to put that in a symmetrical triangle. It is toward the end here. It's squeezing up, and I don't trust symmetrical triangle shapes as far as I can throw them. But we're going all the way to the tip. Going to squeeze it all the way to the little tip there, and then it should explode one way or the other, or both ways at the same time. It gets they get messy. I'm just saying, these little fat pudgy guys, they going all the way, squeeze the tip, it gets a little messy there with what we've seen. So, but also watching Bitcoin dominance, see if we can get it to break to the downside instead of trying to bounce up from this breakout that it's got. A little lackluster right there. We need to see that happen too. But right now, altcoins are taking a nice little pump up from there, and that's why I want to look at it over here. And on the 4-hour chart, we can kind of see that happening. Look, right there, our indicator's got a nice little buy dot, the little green dot right there for market cipher. It's a buy signal. Doesn't mean you necessarily need to take it, but it's saying, hey man, there could be some good things coming. That's how to interpret that. And so far, so good, right? I'm going to bump down to the smaller time frame here on total 3, and now we can see how the last few hours have been, and been kind of nice. So we're getting a bump up on some of these altcoins, and it might continue for a while. There's a possibility we could go for a breakout and take out these higher highs, which I'm all there for. I don't know how sustained it will be. If we were to go up there, it would fluctuate. I am for certain the way that these moving averages are kind of still stacked. There could still be some fluctuations going on through there as we kind of catch up. So ups and downs, give and take. So I like to take it when I can get it. And since we're starting to get some green candles, I'm starting to plan some sell targets for these altcoins, and that's what I'm going to be looking for tonight. I want to take a look at a few coins here. We'll come over and say hello to the chart. But right now, would like to take just a little bit more time to look at Bitcoin, smaller time frames here on something. This was a symmetrical triangle, do not trust those, and there's why, one reason. Then we start forming this. Now, I would be definitely following this idea, the channel, seeing where we got areas of resistance, 110.9. Take it up there to that top of candle. That's also about that 111.300. So getting confluence on many different techniques, saying that 111, 100, 111.300, she could get rejected there, maybe just a temporary rejection, and she come back and bounce up higher, or maybe we get lucky and bounce through that. I don't know where what we're going to see, but that's where the risk resistance should be, right there in front of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I like the fact that we made some higher lows here. That is kind of cool. Some people might be looking at this, and I'm sure a lot of people are. They're drawing trend lines and putting it into falling wedges, and you can do that too. And if you are looking at that, you're at a possible breakout point. That's valid. That's within this channel, and that's why that would be our resistance over there, in my personal opinion. I want to park this little guy about right over here. I keep moving things. I would love to see us get up here to 114. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going with everybody tonight? I'm not feeling this music, I don't think. What should we go with? Should we make it a little sexy? Should we tune it down a little bit? It is Saturday night.
How
got the disco ball out, so this might be a little bit more fitting there. Unless we want some disco music, we can make that happen too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 17 people hanging out with me. Good to see you all here. Better says the music's so good, pretty soon we'll be buying one of your mini anthology albums. I haven't released too much lately. I've been struggling with copyright claims on myself when I do stream. All right, so let me turn over to the chat here and pull you guys down here to where I am. Right, there we go. Uh-oh, I saw something blue there. Mouse Williams, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Uh-oh, are the hand clappies not working? There they go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are 100% crowdfunded. I don't have anything to sell you. I can save you some money on a Tangem wallet with code DOG if you need one of those, or the cool Tangem ring wallets. They got some cool stuff over there. I think they had a sale going on some of that stuff too. Free shipping every once in a while. I don't know if it's going on now. We are not sponsored, but if you'd like to sponsor us, just like we're sponsored by Good Ass Coffee. Not really sponsored, but hey, if you need some good ass coffee, it's late at night. It might keep you up all night, but it does taste pretty good. You always got to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, frogs and squirrels. Let's say hello to everybody. That Mellis Williams was here first. You're getting all kinds of clappies. If it works, Sean, you gotta fix this button thing. I know, that's what I've been telling you the whole time. They don't work, bro, dog. Shut up, Sean. You've also got fat pickle fingers. We're a big, loving, dysfunctional family here, Road Dog Crypto. Thank you for hanging out with us. Gator Squatch is in the house. What's going on? And we got Strega. What's going on? My Road Dog Strega. Joe from Trade Intuition. And we got Meet Damien says, I got a head short on Bitcoin and Ethereum in case they try to rug pull us anyways. But I'm hoping my long pays me instead. Well, it sounds like you got a plan. Hey, that's Meet Damien's YouTube channel right over here. Channel's growing. Hey, getting more subs there, Damien. Awesome. Like to see that. And also got Joe's channel right over here. Go check them out. They're out here teaching and showing and giving examples and showing trading strategies and good alpha that you need to know. And they're not just like pulling out of their ass like some of these other people that are very popular out here right now. We're just trying to get some good alpha out there, something different, something that you can resonate with and latch on and take and make your life better. And you don't have to go pay somebody to spoon feed you some beginner strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. Hey, oh, there's their Tangem wallet side. I'm just trying to get back to our charts here. Sure you are. You're trying to subliminate and persuade these people. Oh, what? At one time, this thing actually worked. Okay. Well, I got a list of small coins I want to start taking a look at, if you don't mind. These are some that are feeling a little frisky right now. Some of them we have looked at recently before they started feeling frisky, saying, hey, they look like they're going to start feeling frisky. So we'll kind of recap that. M, which I never got into. This is M Core, Meme Core. Still doing good. Oh, man, where you at? Almost 193? I left my fibs on there. I got a measure move at 242, man, and we nailed something at some point on this. Oh, this one, when she was down here, and she came back a little bit and said, I got some more to go. And from there, I mean, just figured, well, if we're going to do it, let's see if we can really, really do it. And I do have a measure move over there. Let's clean you up. Let's zoom out. We're on the 1 hour time. Oh my gosh. Let me get rid of that. So that was based just on the channel idea because she looked frisky over here. I ain't gonna lie. That little line that we hit. And certainly she is. Meme Core. I did not. I missed this one. I've seen it, and I thought, oh yeah, another meme thing, like pumped up, you know, all this other stuff. I had a little bit of a bias, and sometimes my bias does that. And you probably can think of some instances where that's got you too. You had a bias against a project or something for whatever reason, then you're like, oh, I read that wrong. It happens. It happens. It happens a lot. We got to try to be careful about forming biases. A lot of people have biases when things get down to a bottom, but you know, that's where I've learned to like, ooh, it's time to eat. Being a bottom feeder has its advantages. When prices don't get on the bottom, they can start getting up to these levels. Man, can you continue on? Let's take a few little fibs and see what you got going on here. What are you doing, mister? Let me find your bottom. Right there it is, way back down here. Oh yeah, the 2236, are you? That's one, baby. That's one. We'll mark this 2618 over here. Let me put a big orange line over there so I know what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this little one that we're right at. I did not nail this. Oh man, did I do that wrong? So I will park that little guy right here. Right on that candle body. And put him as a dotted line. How's that? All right, come down on the 4 hour. How you looking over here? You look pretty gosh darn strong, I gotta say. You're holding trend line. You're still curving. This thing's curving up. I'm suspecting that it's still got a little bit more energy to come up to those areas, man. Any pullbacks look like it'd be minor and coming back to a trend line, or even maybe back as far as at some point maybe testing 144. That would be any kind of entry if we do. You just got to give us time to. So you got to run around the block, get that energy out like a little kid that's got, or a little puppy that's got to get the zoomies and everything. Let her get her zoomies out, and then she'll fall back asleep, and then you put the collar on right over here. It puts the lotion on its skin. All right, so let's take a look at Zcash, because that's what we looked at before. Don't we have you somewhere else other than Gemini? Or anywhere? Where was I looking at you? COINEX, probably. Why are you guys always down here now? Oh, man. I guess I'm going to go with KuCoin here. Do we chart you? At some, okay. She's in a nice rounded ass bottom that pumped up. Did a nice little double top up there, $70-something. Came back down to 28 and came back down to about 35 again, and making all the right signs in all the right places for a nice big ass accumulation. That leads me to think that honestly, this little guy, it's got a grayscale, it's had a grayscale ETF thing, or trust, whatever the grayscale things are. They're not technically ETFs, they're trying to make them that way, I think. It hung around these areas about 158, 160 through a lot of the market, even popped up to 295 and 364. No, it didn't stay there very long. So anything like that, definitely want to get paid any big runoffs on this one. But I got the targets of $67, $58, $67, $83, and $126. Still possibly on its route inward here. What the hell does that mean? I do want to pull a few quick little fibs, like a 236. Just kind of measure where we are right now. That is okay. That's right in that area, right? Let's go ahead and throw a line right there. Getting above that line means that, oh man, I missed the best buys on it. Because when it gets up to 126, this is the woulda, coulda, shoulda zone. Man, I wish I bought more at $45. It was down here about 24 for the longest time. I know I had to ride through all that trying to build this bag. Build it, build it, build it. Checking all these indicators over here. Hasn't got money flowing to the green yet, but ooh, when it gets there, that ought to be kind of fun. MACD's already crossed bullish there. RSI is, what are you doing over here, baby? Looking nice and not into oversold territory just yet. WLFI, World Liberty Finance. Just turning around there, huh? was looking like she might have get rejected there and come down. She decided to let this be the partial decline, and then we got the looked like she could have done it over there. Finally got a breakout. So we are looking for that 23-cent area to see how we react there. We lost it before. We might have to, it might range down here another time before it breaks out, or maybe she'll get bullish and go for it. Do got a bullish cross there on the 4 hour, 9 moving average over the 21. I like that. Indicators are looking good. MACD is looking, she's got her first little bullish cross here. This thing is so new that that information. Okay, so you're seeing some resistance on the 1 hour right now as we start approaching that 23-cent area. So see what she does there. She might pull back a little bit. If she does, you know, that 19-cent area would be a good place to work. 19 through 20-cent area. It's at 22 right now. Glad to see that it's doing something positive instead of going down. So that's a thumbs up. WLD World Token. That eyeball coin guy thing. We did look at this because whether you like the project or not, she looked like she was getting ready to do something. And so now she's getting a little breakout finally. Finally happened here. Is there some resistance up ahead that we need to be aware of? Oh, there is. So see what she does here. She may have to struggle a little bit to get past $1. It might be some, well, there is some resistance there. We just gotta put a dotted line. That way she can wiggle through the dots and get past it. I learned my lesson on that. I quit drawing them solid lines on my chart because I got tired of blocking price action. So I draw dotted lines so they got room to move through there. I don't want to impede their structure at all. You just go right on through there, Candle. You got my permission. Go right on through there. Hope you do it. All right, so you're looking interesting. Keep you on the radar. 4 hour. How you looking over on World Liberty? No, this is World Token. Still looking at the breakout. A lot of resistance right up there at that dotted line. 104, 103, 104, that area. It's going to have to struggle through here a little bit, I think, or we get an explosive move and then still struggle through here. Virtual is moving a little bit. Still not back up to where it needs to be, but maybe she's starting to get some traction here. Lost these areas over here in the 140s, lost 124. Still has not touched 85. I hope it does not. That's a possibility, but there is a trend line developing here that she did respect on the third tap. So hey, we got that idea. Still got this bigger channel and or falling wedge pattern that we're working our way through right there. We'll go ahead and take the fibs off. Moving averages has still got some things to work through over here, but that's something nice there. So it looks like we can at least push up and back to maybe hit 144 again. I would like to see that. Can we do that? That'd be at the top of the trend line here. We do have another target up about 171, but might take her a little bit to get there. She seems to be wanting to zigzag a little bit more than actually explode up and make everybody happy, but you know, temperamental, I guess. Betwixt this 618, so I got to see her get over 126 there. NMR, not in this one either, but she was looking really frisky here. She got her pull back, and then, well, today she decided to get frisky again instead of just lingering down here all like, oh, it's washed out. No, I wouldn't touch that. I don't know, man. That looks weird. That's not in the pattern. That's just, oh my God. I guess we're back into it again. Let's chase it. No, let's don't chase it. If you missed it, you missed it. She will probably be back to this $15 area at some point again. If not, then I'll look for a retest of that 18, 17, 18. But interesting to see this one move. She needs to take out 26 and eventually take out 55 over there. 24 seems to be the next most realistic target right there. That's where she got rejected last time, and above that would be our $30 target. Let's take a look at Bonk. Meet Damien right there. By the way, let me throw this out. I meant to do this earlier, but I saw a squirrel. So in the chat, I threw out the submit your coin request for live analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats, because I can't promise that I can get to them all, or just all requests. So Bonky Bonk still lost this major trend line. Hadn't recovered that yet. It's played with it a few times. Now I could go ahead and draw a different line, but I'm still want to monitor what I've got there. Maybe I should make that more of a dotted line now. I want to get rid of some of these price targets here. See, we were looking at the idea of it catching around here and making it back up to this target area. It came down here and drew a trend line there, and it's not yet touched it, and I hope it doesn't. It looks like you're at a 786. Not even touching the 786 fib. Does that mean you're going to? She might have a little further to come down, or might get lucky and she might not see it at all. I like the top trend line there that's forming, because that's a fun pattern to play right there. That does open us back up to these target areas. And I got this arrow up there. And yeah, I'm still leaning with that guy. That's at 0.00005 area. This is on the daily. Let me come to the 4 hour, see how you're looking over here. You got some bullish divergence going over here. It's ringing with a bunch of it. Got it on the momentum wave. That one's kind of distant, but hey man, it counts it anyway on this indicator. These, you got snake eyes going on. That's usually a good sign of bullish divergence forming there on several different indicators, especially the momentum wave. And you got the green dot hitting off on the 4 hour. So it looks like put that back. Looks like the 4 hours trying to do a little something. Even the MACD is looking a little bit more in our favor for this 4 hour session. Trying to do the little duck lips. So Monk looked like she's trying to do something. She's got a nice little rounding that's going here. It may just be up and then back down to these areas a little bit. It might be rangy through here, but that little range might get us how many percentages? Was that all? About 14-15% maybe? Unless it can go higher and actually go for a breakout instead of a range. I need to put my lines back on. So I think she still might be accumulating through here since we hadn't got solid touches on some of these fib areas. And in the bigger picture, she may be ranging through here. Is exactly why she's curving. That's kind of what I'm reading so far. Moving averages, they're trying. But I could see the potential for accumulation range over here. Hopefully it won't last too long since the bigger pattern we're in. It's touching that trend line area there. How long were you down in the dumps over here? 15 days, 2 weeks? You're not really down here, but let's consider what if this is where we're starting to get our little dumpied up. Starts getting toward September 17th or something like that, where we can get a big move if we want to look at that idea. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come back to the chat. Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going? What's going on with cash smart contracts? I have not heard anything about it. Judging by the price, it doesn't look like it's drumming up very much interest. It seem to be dropping. Oh look, it's a 53 chance to break to the upside. You suck, road dog. You suck. Well, the market. Well, that didn't happen. We did, however, just stay right below this beautiful, beautiful trend line, resistance line. Seems to like that one, all right. Yeah, we nailed that trend line. We nailed. Well, she's not showing that she's going to break to the upside just now. That was for a descending. That was for yeah, that was you. That was for this one. So that one's considered invalidated. But now we got something like this. Now we're looking at falling wedges. Now you got a 68% chance. Yeah. So did she ever touch a fib? I think this is one that didn't touch one. Is that right? Yeah, she was under. No, she was right at that. That was okay. So that was a good reason to think that she might hit it. Now it appears, well, I said if it lost it, I would be looking for a deeper retracement at that 886 area. Why are you coming in different over here? Oh yeah, that's because we did you from over here, right? I did the big ones. Because because you got a bigger range thing going over here. Yeah. That's why we line up over here. Yeah. And phew. I hope it doesn't go down this far.
No need for banks or the keys they hold. Just trust in the chain.
Maybe during September or something. I think we're going to have ups and downs on some of these altcoins in September. So it's going to be a lot of give and take. Given the way that Bitcoin dominance has been trying to act in recently, and we could see that, and it might have like a flash crash or something at some point during the market. And bad news coming, something happened with Russia or some. You never know. Market makers and people are like, I don't know. They just things just go crazy for a few hours, for a few days, and then it bounces back and everybody forgets. It happens all the time, right? So Caspa, maybe, hopefully the aerial. I got some kind of trend line over here. I can't see that makes any sense at all in this particular time frame. But she's at an area. Maybe we'll catch something here. But wow, Caspa not looking too enthusiastic at the moment compared to some other place. Looking over here. On the daily, some of the coins are doing good. It's starting to give back just a little bit, isn't it? Pump.fun. Oh, did you finally do something? I need to check my trade. Well, look at you. Slap me, but butter me with it like a biscuit. What? So we completed our W pattern. Looks like we're confirming that. Now our next measure move takes us up here to this 0.006 area. I've got 0.0058 and then the 6.3 something. She is at an area of resistance if we're going by our angle theory on these trend lines. However, can we tune that in? We're on the daily, right? Let's tune it in on the. Let's see what the daily gives me. That gives me something a little different there. Yeah, I'm going to go with what the daily says. And I'm just going to go ahead and take some of these. Let's just get rid of all that. So congratulations to anybody that is in this and has been in this, because it looked like she was doing good over here at the 4.004 area before until she gave it up, and it doesn't look like she went down very much. But let's say if you bought there or something, that's like a 37% drop. $100 goes down to like 60, and you're like, what the hell? That sucks. Why am I getting that? Versus if you were buying down here somewhere in these areas, 0.003 area. Ooh, you up 60-something%. You could do this, and you can see you got some respect for that angle and consider that to be a breakout. That basically takes us back up here, and we're looking for a 786 Fibonacci retracement. We're working on our 0.5 there. I like this guy right here. So 2 good areas just as a rule of thumb to take profit on. Especially if you get yourself into a range idea, 618 and 786 areas. 0.0006 area, 0.0005, 152 area. And look at the deviation from this trend line to that one. She's curving up. We like the curves. We like the curves. The curves are fun. I like the way they jiggle. Okay. There's a little warning here that we're getting a little weakness there on our daily MACD. So for some people, that's could be a sell signal. Smaller time frame on the 4 hour. You are flirting with the idea of breaking a trend line, not quite doing it. You stepping your toe off the ledge and then on the ledge, off the ledge and on the ledge, off the ledge, on the ledge, doing all them silly little gains, but I still think you got some chance to move to the upside, baby. You got it in you. Let's go do it. Knock out that 0.006. Let's get you to a little bit more than half a penny. Pump. All they've been doing says H bar. Let's go check it out. H bar. Buy a bit on spot. Let's try you.
Fate is a fire you cannot contain. Ride the wave where fortunes collide. A digital
We were in a channel area here. Measure move was up around 32 cents. Flirting with breaking that idea. Let me pull him down to the candle body there. We're testing right at it, and I probably got an angle. Yeah, my angle's a little different. Let me get that off of there. That red line will take care of us. The one that's right below it, the 236 Fibonacci. So to me, we're just coming back and retesting that for right now. Broke that angle, and that was a, oh man, hate to see that. Notice how she forms whatever pattern, ascending triangle, whatever. And she gets up to that trend line, and she loses it. That's the make or break moment right there. I recommend you always look for those if you're trying to draw any kind of flag shape, bull pennant or anything like that. Pay attention to the trend lines and the angles that you've got on the bigger picture there. So I'd like to see you bounce here. I hope you do. That would be great for everybody. That's a beautiful place for you to bounce. And if you bounce,
I saw your face.
I feel like I've heard this song like 3 times in a row already.
A world of chance.
What are we listening to?
Golden. Is anybody gonna match my Degen? Yellow trees and depths so wild. Skirt, wow, wow. Huddle through the dips, don't scare.
I think I may just chill and listen to some music if you don't mind.
It's nasty, watch me move.
Let's go down to the 4 hour.
Rock balls I left, I'm too quick.
Beautiful bounce trying to happen here, in my personal opinion.
It's nasty, watch
Forming some bottom patternish kind of things that we want to see happen in these areas. Just need, the only thing that's missing is a higher high. And once we get that, we know we got a chance, baby. We know we got a chance. See if we can get back up here to 24 cents. That'd be cool. You suck, road dog. Degen? Are you asking? I'm totally. We're talking about Degen coin. We'll take a look at that. Haven't looked at this one in a while. Looks like it's moving on the 4 hour. What's the indicator? Oh, we've got some good signs on the 4 hour. Looks like she's got a little bottoming action going on there. How deep did you go?
paper hands and crash and cry. Crash, crash, bye bye. Stab my coins, my wallet.
Lost a trend line. I got a bunch of old crap up there. Let's delete it. Update it with current info. Lost that trend line. No other way to put it. You at the 886 area. I needed to hold this area. I think you got a good chance to do it. Most of the time they do. Got a bear's cross happening there on the daily, and just a few days after having, about a week after having the bullish cross. She's still in her major accumulation. Looking at it from the bigger picture, it's like, oh wow, we zoom out. That's hardly anything. True. A bigger sense of the thing, the high that this had at 3.5 cents down through here, gives us this nice little target, which would be retesting this little area that we lost right over here. Drag our Fibonacci down to that second one. We're going to mark at that same Fibonacci right here. It gives us a retest of this little high that we had right there, and also this little bottom area that we had right over here, support. We're going to take it to this one. I want to do the exact same thing. This is my 236 Fibonacci strategy. You can just scale it down in a situation like this. Every one of these is a, man, I wish I'd bought more of this at that price. Just depends the more we go up. We're just scaling it down, baby. Scaling it down. Right here's our last one. So every one of those makes a great little target that we got to test and get above. That's at half a penny. That's the juicy next one. The most local one is going to be a retest right at the bottom of this trend line, if you can see that. That breakout price, 0.003. Now we may range down here for a minute because we broke that trend line. But when we do start getting our ground here, getting grounded and turning around, each one of these areas can give us some nice returns. First one gives us about 12% in this range, 12 to 20% range. Right up here, we're getting at 60%. Now we're talking. Up here, we're talking about 115%, $100 turning into 215. Now we're talking. We'll draw a trend line right through here to help us out. We can break that, break several of these areas, but when we start seeing some action here, this one might be fun to ride on the way up through here anyway. Mr. Miles says the smart contracts, the ones from Casplex, were delayed. Rumor is for the 10th, though. You suck, Road Dog. Thank you, Mr. Miles. Striga says no good has coffee today. MB says AVAX is a watcher. Thank you, MB. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, she's definitely in her range territory. Respecting that trend line. I'm hoping she'll start moving soon. Ichimoku Cloud suggests she can. What do the other guys say over here? MacD, what do you say on the daily? You trying to do something over here? There's a little wishy-washy on you, but yeah. She's still in a good watching phase. I like what the Cloud's saying. The Cloud says it's got a chance here. If she does fall back down, I'd be looking somewhere in that $20 area. Not a bad place to pick more of it up. But really, she needs to hold these areas that we broke out right through here. See that W that we did there, and then this was a retest of that, and a retest of it here. That should be our support resistance flip area right here. So this area at 22.5, that should hold a time or two if we have to come back and tap it. Dance to cowbell, disco ball music, says Melis. Well, it says the music is so good that pretty soon we'll be buying one of your many anthologies. I think I already read that. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Mouse says, why doesn't Road Dog start the stream looking at Casper? I just don't understand him sometimes. I know, Mr. Rowe. Hey, there's Kelly. How's it going, Kelly? MB says under 200 moving average, bear bait, above 200 moving average, bull move. That's one way to look at it. It determines my bullishness or bearishness. I mean, general rule on all charts, whatever time frame. MG Motorsports says, lurking and listening today while I clean up after having some friends over last night. Hope you had fun, MG. Striker says 11-11-1. Rise again, my gains to keep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys didn't pick out any coins. We're going to have to come over here and get something to look at. I'm going to do a little refresh out over here on Tokenmetrics moonshots, and they're suggesting World of Something, WOD, and Jelly, my Jelly. I've been hearing about that. I think I've seen some people do some pretty good playing that. I know nothing about it. It's up 125% over the last 7 days, so I guess she's on fire. Let's go see what this stuff looks like. What is WOD? Spot trading pair, WOD. World of Dipians? What's a Dipian? Dipians. Okay, so Tokenmetrics, you think this one's got something? I see some bullish divergence going on there. I see some good MACD stuff. Looks like she might be a little tired there, though. I mean, best time would have been a couple of days ago. Let's go down to the 4 hours, see what you're looking like over here. Oh, you at Lucy right now. You're the full flag to the upside. All the moving averages are down here, though. I mean, pass. I think it can come back to point. Well, it's fractions of a penny, really. Are you being too harsh on it? Am I being too harsh on it? Well, let's let the fibs decide. If that be the bottom, which I think from what I can see, it's got a good chance. 0.09, anywhere below there should be a nice place, especially if it gets back up to these 16-20 cent areas that it could be going to. Mostly looking about 16.8 cents. If she wants to get up there and do the hoochie coo. Daily seems to think it's got a chance and trying to get a little bullish. Stochastics are kind of buried at the top there. Let's come down to the 4 hour. What are you looking like over here? You're looking like you got it. Are you tired or what? I'm not so sure she's going to flag out here, but what I would look for, an example of what I was saying earlier, when you're looking at these flag shapes, I would go back to the trend lines that you had going on before. And I would watch for that one, because this one could go sideways and then dump down here, and that's where I would expect that it would go. Right back to where all these moving averages are hanging out, somewhere around high fives, low sixes there. But right now she looks like she wants to go up, and she could still go up and still find her way down here, or she can just keep moving up a little bit. But all these moving averages are suggesting that we're still going to come back to some of these areas, even if we do go up a little bit. So if you do play the flag, I wouldn't expect the full measure move from it. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, okay, whatever that is. Let's take a look at Jelly. Jelly, my jelly. KuCoin's got you. What do you look? Oh, snap. What are you doing? 4 hour? I see. You're at 0.018, and now you've doubled up. You're at 0.038. Well, that's kind of impressive. What do you... Is this your chart? Okay, well, you're making higher lows for the most part until this little trend, which looks like it's trying to break. She's got a habit of going up and coming all the way back down, doesn't she? Looks good. I bet this look a lot like this move over here, isn't it? I'm assuming this is a meme coin. I'm pretty sure it is. She is tapping that 236 area right there. Tapping it beautifully. So I'm wondering, that is a higher high. She'd probably be coming back down and then trying to go back up. Otherwise, it's trying to play a flag at resistance. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. When they do like this, I'm not as big on them. And then, of course, you've got the cloud saying I'm a little bearish. When you see them make the higher highs there, when they start doing this stuff, well, that's bearish right there in itself. Now, if they break to the upside, if they break bullishly, it rarely happens, but they can get a lot more traction for a little bit. But that's usually a first sign of distribution, and distribution at an area of resistance. I wouldn't think that this as a flag idea would do too well, especially if it's starting to move some of these major moving averages, like we're testing the 50 on the 2 hour. If we went to the 1 hour, it already broke it. And that would suggest that this upward thrust, that trend there, was pretty much gone. We look at our trend lines here. We saw that, man, she broke it here. That would have been place to take action. And she came back up and retested it and lost it. Bearish retest there, making a possible double pattern, top pattern. So I don't look at these as being flags from the get-go. Some people that you'll see, the first thing that they do is they start trying to figure out some kind of flag. And they, keep doing the flags until it turns into something and whatever else. But I just see this as a good chance that she might be coming down for a little bit. All right, Jelly, my jelly. That wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Mr. Ethereum says, show ETH, show ETH. Is it doing something? It should. I hope it is. Let's see, Binance and the dollar. I'm sure, why not? She was at 4,300 again? Okay, well, she was at 42 there for a little bit. Lost that major trend line, I believe, right? Yeah. We've not been back down here for a minute, and we might be coming back down to kind of retest this bigger Fibonacci. That's about 4130, something like that. Scratch making some lower lows there, and we're starting to get some crosses over there on the moving averages. So let me zoom out just a little bit. Get these fibs off so I can take a look here. All your moving averages are right down here, the bigger ones and the ones that really matter a lot. We're around 28. I don't think we need to go there. But there might be a slow burn happening that could get us back down to even as low as 36. Just saying that. Doesn't have to, but we gotta look at the signs, especially since we lost this trend line, which was holding so beautifully. Elliot, what you got? ABC correction. You got these little M tops like this, especially one just a little higher than the other. A lot of times that's the 3 and 5 wave for Elliott wave, or it can be. Meaning that, especially if you see us break a trend line after doing that, or it broke, or it did this, after breaking a trend line, it could be going through an ABC correction. Most times you usually end up being in one. And it appears like we're doing our A. I think we might come back up a little bit to 46, which ain't bad. I mean, she can ride on the underside of this trend line. That's what it did over here, right? Well, she came down, but then she went back up for a retest of it. Let's watch it. It could bounce off of here. That would be extremely bullish if she is trying to do this parabolic move. We come from here to there. How does that line up? See, if we go by how the dotted curved line is, we've already lost that major parabola move. But it's very subjective, in my personal opinion, to try to draw a curved line. So this is Fibonacci at 41. That's a great one to bounce from, but it's just a little bit rare sometimes. But if it does, it's a good one. It's going to be good. But don't be disappointed if we do come back to 36 at some point over the next month. It could happen. So we're undecided at the moment is what it sounds like, Road Dog. But we're losing the 4-hour 200 moving average. That's why I think we're coming back down here to test this guy. MB says, "Dumb jelly, go for jam." There you go. Mr. Miles says, "Melis is an anagram for Miles." Are you two people? All right, let's come over and take a look at some things here. We'll come over to, what are you? Who are you? I like coin market cap. Fear and greed's hanging around 40. Getting a little, I'm not feeling as good about the markets I used to that we had last week, right? The altcoin season index has got us slap in the middle, leaning still a little bit more toward Bitcoin than altcoins. I like to come over here and I like to go to the gainers and the losers. It's got the top 100. I like to flip it over that top 300. And these are the ones that have been taking it for the last 24 hours anyway. Can we make this? Let's make this the 7-day. These are the ones for the last 7 days here. I don't know what Somnia is. You got Bugs Coin. So now we're starting to see a bunch of ones that we haven't heard of, or new little shiny things to flaunt in front of us so we can chase them. Redstone, Zentry. What the hell is that? It's like Mexi's got you. What are you looking like? Oh no, I haven't looked at it. We got Elliott wave on. Elliott thinks we're going for a 5 wave. Shut up, Elliott. That's kind of nice. You flipping those. I don't know what this thing is. What do you look like down here? Interesting. Okay. We're looking for a 786. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a 618 on this one. Ow. Not even. All right, well, that's the one that's popping off. She's still in a pretty decent area right there. Not too far gone. Look for I wouldn't wait for a pullback. On the 4 hour, what are you looking like? Like there could be a pullback back to 0.009, 0.001, or 0.01. That's a nice thing that I'm seeing there for total 3. Let's take a look at our others chart real quick on the 4 hour. Because this represents the majority of altcoins. We're getting a nice little dot there. Looks like they're going to try to get us to chase or get retail to chase this weekend after dumping us on Thursday, Friday, whatever. Wasn't so good. And now we got looks like it's going to get kind of frisky here for altcoins. That's a nice retest that we got off of this trend line here. So taking out these highs over here is kind of good. So I'm going to take a. Do I have my phone over here? Give me just a moment to pull up a few of these things. I'm not yet seeing the brunt of any major moves yet in my coins on my plays here. This one's been suffering. This is XCN Onyx coin. She's been down in the dirt lately. Where can we look at you? KuCoin? That's against Bitcoin. How about Kraken? So another example of it losing that trend line, and oh man, you lost your 7862. Where are you at? You're down at a penny now. Man, I'm disappointed that that's happened, and I'm disappointed that you're losing that 360 on the daily. Surely you're not coming back to 0.007 area, are you? There's some deviation here on the MACD that I'm seeing. You got anything here? Not so much there. I'm not really enjoying that so much. I think we're going to have to clear all this out. I got a position of this that I fat fingered. It's only down $2 million. Thank God it's paper money. So that's our 786 if we come down to the major move, and then the 886 is right here at 0.0068. Wow. Starting to look like she might do that. That would be a lower low. But it's an area she can bounce, but wow. Did expect more than this. Still got my bag of it. Let's see if I can add some more to my bag if we get down there. This is Telos. See if we can find you over here. COINEX has got you too, right? Let's look at you in COINEX. Telos, yeah, baby. She was down in the dirt. Nobody wanted to talk to her. Wouldn't dance with her at the party or anything at 3.5 cents. But now it's at 6 cents, and that's like doubled up. Bags looking happy and everything and healthy. And I'm still looking at 10 cents to get hit, but we are at a resistance area. She might be trying to go for it. She might have to come back down to the 5 cent area one more time. I hate to see that happen, but it could. She might be coming, who knows, but that's a nice little roundy bottom shapey trying to happen there. And if you want to draw your trend lines over here, it's a nice little pattern. It's got about a 72% chance to break to the upside. So coming back to 16 and 20 and even 27 cent area would be beautiful for Telos. I have never been into it up here. I would love to see my bags pumped from that. But we can probably extend this guy on out down this way and squint your eyeballs and tilt your head sideways. You can see that we're in a nice nice big ass channel. So these areas up about 20-21 cents, not off the table for this one. Just might take her a while to get there, but she's starting to do it. Here's a crappy project that I've been in for a while. This is called Ironfish. It was also a Tokenmetrics pick several years ago as a 100 pick X pick. It's since then has took a big ass like 100x drop down to these areas about 90% down from just around $2.55 right around when everybody was starting to talk about it. Crazy how that works, ain't it? I'm still looking for 87 cents to be touched at some point in the next year. If we can make that happen, that would be awesome, guys. But this is at an area where a lot of people look at and say, I wouldn't touch this in the world, but this is probably one of the best places to try to play. This is 16 cents, and it could go to 91. It could go a little bit higher. I might get some hype. It's kind of a weird little privacy play best I remember. I can't remember exactly. But there is a slow accumulation here that eventually they do start making some moves, but you gotta have patience on that one. I'm gonna tell you that. You gotta have patience on peak too. It kind of sucks. Sorry, I'm just telling it like it is, peak. You just you're the one everybody was chilling and talking about. Peak, man, it's gonna change everything. Real world assets, right? And double topped over here and then really stuck it to us, man. You know, would have thought this would have been our bottom right here at 11 cents, but no. She had more surprises in store for us. And finally, maybe, hopefully, she this 5 cent area. Yeah, 5 cents. 5 cents from up here at like 70. When people were saying, look, it's a flag to the upside at 65 cents. Yeah. So we got that going on for peak. Maybe getting a triple bottom pattern here. Maybe getting something out of it. We got a little something here. It didn't last too long.
You sound jaded.
I'm just tired of some of these altcoins just not doing any damn thing. Gotta see it get up to 9 cents here and 11 cents. Here's another one called Prime. Echelon Prime. Now I think this was tied to gaming, if I'm not mistaken. And let's find a good chart. COINEX gotcha. I play over there. I probably turned it over here, right? All right, trend line we broke, and then that was it. So I preach that strategy a lot. A lot of people are going with horizontal levels that get broken. I go with the trend lines. Break that trend line. A lot of times it can save you if you can get some kind of plan going on. Definitely would have done it here. And I believe that's the area we're waiting for is $5 to get hit. Is that correct? Was that $18? And now it's less than $2. Oh, we got to extend you up. It is 572 is our little area. We'll go with the horizontal line there. We'll scale you down to the high that you had in May. That was just a few months ago. And so according to that, we're in a nice little juicy area to accumulate some of this little guy, anywhere below 242, but I'd still be looking for that 576. That's coming. Ooh, nice correspondence right there. I like what I'm seeing. Might take it a minute. Might take it a minute. Do a little stuff, but she's starting to show a little rounding. It's not quite ready for that just yet. Take a look at Cubic. That's starting to get a little bit more traction. A little bit of a pullback. May come back and touch this trend line. Doesn't have to, though. May go to a 786 Fibonacci. Right, it's retesting that red line right back there, so I would probably lean with that. We might be heading back to there. Point, whatever that is, 17 area. Well, that's about a 17% drop, possibly. It's just going through a little correction. That was a nice little run, though. From that bottom up to there, that's 144% gains. Yeah, baby! And now we got something kind of sexy happening in here. We got one of these open and broadening patterns here. Bounce off the bottoms and start trying to go to the tops again. They get fun, baby. I like to buy the bottoms of these. These make me happy. Make me happy. I wouldn't touch Iron Fist for anything. I wish I hadn't. Wish I was talking to you when it came out. I would have warned you up. I didn't put too much in it, but it sucks. Could you get us some sharp look on Theta Network? Yeah, let me see. Is it by Cheslav? I'm trying not to butcher your name. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at Theta Network. I hadn't looked at that one in a while. It sounded like it's going to be like a YouTube competitor or something back in the day, doing video and stuff. I don't know what they're trying to do now. A lot of these coins end up changing their narrative, and then you think, well, what are you really working on? Just trying to stay relevant in the game. Well, I don't know. It makes me second guess coins like that. I was in, I loved it. I loved it until it stopped being so good anymore. This one did great last cycle. It went all the way up to about $15. I mean, it was hanging around 65 cents and everything. And now it's back down here at 78. 2 years ago when we had our altcoin pump, it got up to 354. That's about the best we've seen. I don't know how it's going to do in this cycle. Wow. I think we're going to see a lot of these coins just get kind of forgotten as the technology, the hype for it, the demand for it, you know, just things play out. But they don't stay relevant and stay current, shiny and new. It gets a little, you start wondering about them, right? And sometimes it's worth wondering about, but then sometimes you get scared and you say, I give up on them. Some places like this or something, or get a little bit, and then they end up doing okay, and it sucks. I should have waited. So 415, I think, is a good area to make up your mind about something. If we can get, but we should be able to get back up there. That would be disappointing if we didn't. Trend lines are trying to tell us that. I don't know, that 230 area maybe. Let's take a look at the 4 hour on it and see what she's trying to give us. Might be looking frisky on the 4 hour, are ya? Okay, you're starting to. Okay, good. This is healthy. So all my moving averages, they're flipping. She may be getting ready to finally start. Well, she should, from what the moving averages are saying. Give her over this week and everything. We should start seeing her try to make some higher highs here. She's in a little chubby symmetrical kind of triangle shape. I don't like them or trust them as far as I can throw them. But we're looking to try to break that $1.10 area. I'm not going to leave that on there. I can't do that. This is the trend line that matters. In my personal opinion, we're holding those moving averages are looking good. So retesting about 190 and there, but seriously, the higher highs, if we're going to go for it, it needs to come up here to $4. And from 78 cents, that's not bad. If I had to come down here, and probably need to go to a bigger time frame, and I would just be playing the fibs from this move right here, the high to the low. And you got that same target right there at 121. You got 230 coming in and a 618, so that's a perfect target. And if we can bounce from here and get up that far, that's 179% gains. I'd like to see a move like this. We're definitely trying to put some kind of bottom shape in here. So she's looking better on smaller time frames here. Definitely at bottom areas overall. I hope it does good this cycle. I don't have any anymore. I did start out with some, but I got out of it. Let's take a look at ZBCN. A lot of people like this one, or I think a lot of people got caught with this one when it was feeling so bullish, because a lot of people were bullish and there were a lot of flags to the upside drawn. Right now she's respecting the bottom of this trend line, looks like. Well, if we can get a bounce here. You trying to show us something? Oh, I ain't seeing nothing yet. Nerve-wracking. Not got the first green candle yet. Where we at? Right down here. Right here is where we need to try to bounce. Hope we don't wick down here. It's not too far. Ain't got nothing? What about here? She may have to actually come down and touch that trend line. Not seeing it yet, but that's a great place for it to bounce for ZBC. Needs to. Hope we don't lose that trend line. That would suck. Even averages look. 003. That's all in the same area. Let me come back to the chat here. Did Road Dog check Bitcoin dominance? I did look at it, but I didn't go into great detail on it. Let me pop it up over here. 6 hour, 4 hour. Let's see. 4 hour, we flipped the script on our bigger moving averages. Now that's good overall. That's why I'm leaning more a little bit, warming up to an idea that we can have a nice, little altcoin rally going on. Also, I'm liking this right now that we're finding resistance over here. 3 times it's not been able to get up above there. That would be great. My concern was, we are breaking. We had a breakout of a possible rising or a falling wedge, but we haven't been able to get over that, so that's good. There's bearish signs here, but there's also, it looked like it could come up and retest, and it still could. But that's a good sign that we can't seem to get past there and make any higher highs, but we are making higher lows, so it's starting to squeeze. And if it does break to the upside, I mean, that's good for Bitcoin. A lot of people looking for bottom patterns, Adam and Eve's, various inverted head and shoulders and stuff, and that's to be looked for at here with that. It could squeeze up there, and then that'd be good for Bitcoin in most cases, but it'll kind of throw altcoins off a little bit. We need to see her just keep on coming on down. Let's go down to the 1 hour. How are you looking over here? Oh, Turkey getting tired. You look like you're correct in there. Elliot, what you got to say? No, Elliot's not talking to us right now. Higher highs. That one was. Come on, break this down, baby. Break this down. Technically, you've already broke my trend line right here, so. Got to keep our eye on this one. I can't tell exactly what this. We hope that it's going to break to the downside, but it's got some strong arguments that can still come up, though. What I anticipate is that they tried to run altcoins up over the weekend a little bit. Some of them looked okay, like Total 3. Looks like it's got some hope to do some stuff. There's still resistance up there, but others looked kind of interesting. Others' dominance is even going up over here. This is the dominance for others. So more people, there's more demand for the altcoins, and here on the 4 hour, see the ribbon flip on that too. That's pretty cool. So they're out there looking for some of these altcoins right now. There's some buyers coming in, looking at them anyway. Nibbling. Bunch of nibblers maybe. Here's Total 3 against Bitcoin. Perhaps that's what we should really focus on. How's altcoins doing towards Bitcoin overall? And on the daily, they've been doing pretty good, and it looks like it's still got a little bit more that it could come up, but it's got a lot of work to do. So I can see us going up and coming down, zigzagging. We do some zigzags, but the question is, are we going to take out a higher high and start making higher lows? That's what we really need to see. And so it's a good start for that idea. A nice little area to be bouncing for, fib area to bounce from. We just need to see a little bit more come out of this. And even though these moving averages are inverted like that, we're testing them, and we can come up here. We can come up here and hit at least this area, but I'd like to see. Let's go for a little higher action over here. I didn't draw my line. Let's see if we can fib you out over here. That's 113. That's at 0.63 on dominance, is it? Or Total 3 to Bitcoin. That's what this is. So this is a bullish pattern overall for that. Altcoins is good. They're doing some stuff. We're starting to see them gain a little bit of Bitcoin. Still not an altcoin season, though, in my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. I want to flash back over to Bitcoin because what are you doing, Bitcoin? Are you rising or dropping? What are you doing? I can't tell anymore. This is the 6 minute time frame. Looks like she, yeah. Well, are we headed to 111? This one goes to 111. We need to get above that. Need to get above that, but that's good that we're turning around and made a little bottom kind of pattern here, however you want to interpret it. I would recommend that you would interpret it this way if you're trying to pattern away. You just connect your patterns there. Well, you start out like this, right? And now this little booger, a lot of people don't look at this. They're kind of looking at something different, but they all come out about the same there. Can we just pull out our cheat sheet? Pull out our cheat sheet. Our little triangle cheat sheet right there. 64% chance that this one breaks back to the upside. Doesn't matter from which way that this one comes. 64 is supposed to be the thing for it. All right, and so that's cool. Now your other idea would be to pinch the tip. A lot of people are tip pitchers around here. In that situation, then it might look a little bit more confusing for you. You see? This way you're like, oh my God, is it going to reverse or is it going to continue? It's a continuation pattern. It's going to continue. Oh my God, it's going to, that's a bear flag to the downside. And then you can get those ideas and you get the both way. You can get those ideas that way, right? The first one would not do that to you. The first one would be a little bit more accurate, in my personal opinion, if you just do that. And then of course you will have the shoulder, the football player with shoulder pads, and you know, okay, well that works, but it's also this, and this trumps that. So inverted head and shoulder, also the same percentage, 64%, I believe, or we're 63 and 64. Bukowski statistics there. Anyway, I used to always look for the head and shoulders, and I used to pinch the tip too, but I found this to be a little bit more accurate just to do it. Just follow what you get started out with. Follow what you start out with. And it might work a little bit better for you. Try it out and see. 618 area being tested. Are we going to come up into 110,799? Still looking at the old juicy area, 111. Got to do it. Got to do it. Need you to do it. I like the curving I'm seeing here on this very small 6-minute time frame. I know it's a little ballsy, but it does add a little something parabolic. Might be able to get us up there. Let's see if we can at least get up there, and from there it might roll over. Okay, it might roll over. If she gets up above there, it's looking bullish. Might be a bear trap. I wouldn't trust any action that we see happen on Sunday. Coming into tomorrow, it's just not the best one to always trust, but doesn't mean you can't profit from it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. 23 people. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. Any late coin requests that I haven't missed, maybe I'll catch them in the end screen there. Just got to squint your eyes there. See you on the next one, everybody. Tread carefully. Did we look at, I think we looked at Pith earlier. Maybe it was last night. I can't remember. Where are you on my list tonight? That was a nice little pumpy pump up, and now she came back down like she usually does. Looks like she's trying to hold this area. I hope she does. Still looking for 33 cents out of Pith. She made a higher high. I need her to come up to 33 cents. I don't know what that one is. I don't know if that's... I don't know if this is the one you were talking about or not. Looks like she's retesting this area right here. Which is quite acceptable when you have an inverted head and shoulder pattern. They do tend to come back to the breakouts. 57 if that's the correct one. I hope it is. love to see Link move up. Oh, she's still at 22. So I'm still looking for this guy to get hit over here. That's on the daily. Let's see what you're doing in the 4 hour. Oh, you got the green candle in the 4 hour. She's still got some bearish crosses going on over here, though. That's why I'm not trusting that. So she might be coming up to retest a little bit. I don't know if it's going to break past 23. Hope it does, but I'm seeing some bearish signs here that she may eventually be coming back down to retest this trend line right here. So however, we can ever get a breakout, that would be the one to play. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Good night, John Boy.